Is it live? Is it real? Check it out. Oh, yeah. All right. I'm not going to wait for anybody to get here. You'll all be able to watch it on the replay. But I'm doing this. I do live streams. I'm doing live streams now because it prevents me from doing a lot of research, going over things, yada yada. And quite honestly, I don't care enough about any of these things to put all that effort in. So I'm going to go over it and give you kind of my reaction, and that's about the best I can do. So we're going over three filings today. There was this one that's on the screen right now in Decastro versus Wagner. We'll get it out of the way. There are one, two, three, four attachments to it. I don't think we're gonna go over those, but we might. Depends on. I haven't read any of these, so you get what you pay for. All right. So we're starting off with defendants Pam Wagner, Brad, blah, blah, blah. This is the City of Ironton's motion to extend their time to reply in support of their motion for judgment on the pleadings. Um, so normally, like I said, it goes motion, opposition, reply. Instead of doing response to a response, we actually get a reply. So that's phenomenal. They're doing it what we like to call the right way. It's weird that they've entitled this document in the Common Pleas Court of Montgomery County, Ohio. Whoever this attorney is probably does a lot of filings in the Common Pleas Court of Montgomery County, Ohio. I have no idea what a Common Pleas Court is. California has unified all of their courts into the Superior Court. So there you go. In case you're wondering, this is a North Coast Old Rasputin. Delicious, delicious beverage. Now comes the City of Ironton, and hereby move the court to extend their current deadline of January 27th, 2023 to file their reply in support of their motion for judgment on the pleadings in this matter. The Ironton defendants respectfully request court grant an extension of 14 days or until on or before February 10th, 2023. The reasons set forth in the accompanying memorandum of proposed order is attached here too. I'm going to guess that the court is going to grant this. Courts tend to grant these unless one side or the other is starting to get really excessive asking for extensions. The court is going to tend to err on the side of giving extensions. But we'll see what rationale they have. The Ironton defendants respectfully request that the court extend their deadline to file their reply from the current deadline of January 27, 2023 for 14 days or February 10th, 2023. The Ironton defendants request this extension because plaintiff has failed to properly serve the Ironton defendants with the video concerning the incident at issue, otherwise known as document 20-1. That's an oopsie doodle. Furthermore, the Ironton defendants have made multiple efforts to both the plaintiff and the clerk's office to obtain a copy of the video. As to the plaintiff, he did not serve the Ironton defendants with the exhibit containing any video he cites in both his amended complaint and in his memorandum in opposition, documents 20 and 32. Hi, puppy. She wants the beer. Plaintiff's amended complaint contains allegations of First Amendment, Fourth Amendment, and 14th Amendment violations stemming from his arrest by the Ironton defendants. See document 20. The video presumably contains the minutes leading up to the arrest and the arrest itself, and thus is at the crux of the allegations contained in plaintiff's amended complaint. As such, the Ironton defendants cannot fully respond to plaintiff's references thereto. Defendants would be prejudiced if forced to respond without access to the copy of the video filed with the court. We have a subsection 1. The Ironton defendants are in possession of a video of the incident at issue. However, it does not match the timestamps and actions alleged in plaintiff's amended complaint in response and opposition to defendant's motion for judgment on the pleading. Thus, we believe the video filed with the court is not the same as the video the Ironton defendants currently possess. The Ironton defendants attempted to obtain the video directly from the plaintiff on multiple occasions, but received no response. Attached hereto as exhibits A, B, C, and D are true and accurate copies of the emails and verification of delivery that they were successfully sent to the email address listed in plaintiff's amended complaint. I don't think we need to show those. So I'm going to not, because it doesn't matter. You can just listen and believe that they actually sent emails to IamAlaskan@gmail.com. I mean, that's a rough one to take on faith, but you could do it. As of the time of this filing, the Ironton defendants have not heard back from plaintiff regarding the video. The Ironton defendants have also reached out to plaintiff to determine if he would oppose the hearing request for extension, but also did not receive a response from plaintiff on that issue. Regarding the Ironton defendants' efforts made through the court, counsel for the Ironton defendants spoke multiple times with Emily H. at the clerk's office about obtaining a copy of the video. She informed counsel that a significant portion of Magistrate Judge Bowman's case files and records had been moved to storage while Magistrate Judge Bowman's chambers are being renovated. That might explain some of the delay in getting responses here. Furthermore, access to this area is limited. Subsequently, we spoke with Magistrate Judge Bowman's courtroom deputy, Kevin Moser, who was able to retrieve the flash drive at issue. However, the video file is too large to be sent via email. Dropbox that shit. Dropbox is amazing. I mean, I don't, this isn't a paid advertisement or anything for them, but yeah, I mean, I can't tell you the number of times where Dropbox has saved my bacon. My one of the attorneys I work for is very old school, and he has DVDs and read ROM DVD ROMs, and he's like, "Yeah, just burn them a DVD." I'm like, you know, a lot of computers don't have DVD players anymore, so maybe we shouldn't do that. How about we not? Can we just get a flash drive? Anyway. Thus, the Ironton defendants would need to travel to the court to view and or otherwise make a copy of the flash drive. As such, the Ironton defendants are in the process of arranging a date and time with Kevin Moser to make that copy. However, because of this, we'll need additional time to respond to plaintiff's memorandum. This is Ironton defendants' first request for an extension, and they do not seek this extension for undue delay or prejudice to any party. Therefore, the Ironton defendants respectfully request the court grant them an extension of 14 days or until on or before February 10, 2023, to attain the video at issue and fully reply to plaintiff's memorandum in opposition. And there you go. So part of the reason why it's going to take the defendants so long to reply is because Chili effed up. And because it's Chili's F up, the court is almost certainly going to grant the motion for delay. All right, let's see if we have anything. I would never tease you. Good evening, Norsac Maniac. IA Troll. Wait, Merbeast, IA Troll. I don't know what that means. 34th Street represent. How dare you go live when Chili is streaming? I don't watch his streams. You can only like, I don't even know why people watch my streams, to be honest with you, because I watch everything at like 2 times speed. So there you go. Yes, I am an OG troll. Where do we insert the quarters to cover everything? Well, I'd have to bend over for you to start inserting those quarters, sir. Chili is streaming. Lol, that's my thought. Hey, Merb, thanks for starting later. I'm done with my dinner tonight. You're welcome, buddy. I was thinking about you. He is glorious as usual, Laura. Well, yes, from the waist down, I am amazing. What is a chili? Lol, okay. I've stayed awake until 2:30 a.m. hoping you would cover this. Yes, I am that sad. Also, I can't sleep. Well, rub one out. You'll sleep better. I can't just quit that drama queen, lol cow. Okay, this sucks. Well, I swallow if you're good. Chili's done. You may continue. Thank you. I appreciate that. Chili's boring these days. I miss the Coke nail version of Maria. Much more entertaining. Well, you should try the meth show of News Now Ashtray. I've been dying waiting for this. We're all dying slowly but surely. You mean doing Coke rails with Jeff Lloyd days? Good times. At least there ain't no Hoosiers in Ohio. Okay, trust and verify. Drop the verify for today's viewing. I like it. Well, you know, if you're going to cast out that someone sent that plaintiffs or defendants counsel sent an email to plaintiff, if you're going to cast out that the FBI contact a Welshman, I would doubt that. He looked rough tonight. Oh well, I'm sure he'll do better with his filters later. Merby, I want to demand a federal grand jury to exime the video where the Dusty tried to run me over. Sounds like a good time. Might not know it, but he misses Zahner. Okay. But what is your mission, Merby? My mission is to drink beer and chew bubblegum, and I'm all out of bubblegum. Zahner, no idea what that means. 28 USC 1652. In other words, the statute requires that the federal courts are required to apply state law in all cases. No. Except where there's an applicable federal law, constitutional provision, or treaty that speaks on the same issue. No, because federal laws might have to apply the laws of other countries in specific instances. So I mean, uh, eh. Chile was at his absolute most whack when that guy was in the mix. Okay, IP over avian carriers. Clearly, Chile is for sure a Hoosier. I wouldn't wish that on anybody. So Tennessee has a state law that allows citizens to use. You could take your time. You could take your time. You don't have to rush these. You don't have to rush these. These. You could just take your time. Use spell check. You know, that's just inexcusable, sir. Tell us more about the pants you're not wearing. Well, they're not being worn. They're upstairs. You can come over and check them out if you want. Netflix and chill. I miss Zayner with his dark glasses and attempts to hold himself hostage inside his RV. Oh, that was amazing. Yes. Flock Chili. Hey, it's Merb, the rock star. I would not consider myself a rock star. Don't give Chili the view time. Okay. I get one to download, pass it around. Think. All right. Nice filter, lawyer boy. It is a nice filter, isn't it? This is my Disney princess filter. Hiya Murby. Today was brutal. The whole time he was playing the video, it had no sound, but he thinks he can investigate a crime better. Well, they teach you investigative techniques when you're in 20-year constitutional law school. Oh my God, news not ashtray. That's a beautiful classic. Go Bucks. Hey, can I have my Audi back? Drives nonstop to Arizona. Stop interacting with the chat like a YouTuber. You know what? People ask me to do this. I'm doing it, and then they don't want it. So what are you going to do? Oh, make sure you drop your super chats, by the way. Welsh, well, that whole bunch are idiots. Yes, they are. Is it true Chili bought a lottery ticket after the drawing with the winning numbers and tried to demand the money? We'll get there. We'll get there. Chili's channel is so freaking boring since he quit with the drama. Well, I thought he put a drama video up on Delete Law's Clips today, which is obviously his channel. I mean, obviously it's his channel. I mean, it's like News Now Community with Earl. I mean, obviously. Zander's Chili's masseuse. Happy ending for you. Okay, thank you. Capital felony treason. And then Looky and Charlie, can you stop starving me? Oh, he better not mistreat that dog. Okay. And we've got some stuff over here. And Hiya and Cheers and Murbies. All right. So we're caught up. My beard is starting to look like I'm trying to infiltrate the Amish community with your Merb Manson cult. Well, shoot, nude comments. Gosh, darn you. Okay. Yeah. Fire insurance after his house burns down. 30 check. Yeah. Hey, Murph, thanks for the updates. Clearly, it's his channel. Merb, will you be my masseuse? If you have to ask, you can't afford me. Okay. So then the other thing. This is document 107. And you can't see it yet. I know it, but I have to make it big. He said make it big. All right. And then we're going to go to present. We're going to go to share screen. And we're going to go to a Microsoft Word January 25. Microsoft Word January 25. That's response to motion. Yes. I think this is what we're doing. Cha-ching. All right. This is the opposition to defendant YouTube. Oh, so before we get there, 106. Judge Burroughs granted 105, the motion. Oh, you can't see it. Gosh golly, you guys suck. All right, so stop screen, present, share screen. This one right here. All right. You see right there? So 105 was granted. Now, I don't know exactly what that means by 105 was granted. I don't know exactly what that means. But I'm going to say that if I was the Google attorney, I would pick this Third Amendment complaint up and I would run with it right into the touchdown. Boom. That was a sports ball reference. I can sports ball. You do suck, but you're good at it. Oh, tell me more. All right. So motion granted. And then we get a response to motion. This is an opposition. Stop it with the response to the responses. So he filed an opposition. I'm going to call it's an opposition, and we're going to present share screen. This is the kind of seamless sort of thing that you've been looking for. All right, so this is his opposition. He's titled it correctly here. It's not a response. It's his opposition to defendant YouTube, Google LLC, N parenthesis apostrophe S, motion for extension of time to answer. Because, I mean, if you're already late filing your opposition to a motion that's been granted, you might as well stop and like spell check it, proofread it. Why wouldn't you? I mean, if you're getting, oh my God. So funny story time. This is Murby's story time. So today, an older gentleman I work with, an older attorney asked me to e-file something, and I filed it, and it came back rejected. And the clerk was a little nitpicky, but she was upset that the address to the law firm that the attorney worked for was incorrectly spelled. The street name was incorrectly spelled. The zip code was incomplete. The county it was being filed in was misspelled. The name of our client was misspelled. And instead of being a declaration, it was a declaration. And she kicked that back. And he was very upset that she kicked that back. Anyway, story time over. All right. Opposition to defendant YouTube, Google LLC. And he did it twice. So once is coincidence, twice is a pattern. He doesn't know where to put the apostrophe S. Motion for extension of time and in support of motion to clarify. And in support of a motion to what? So he's supporting the motion to clarify. Awesome. I'm gonna say that was already granted. If I was Google's attorney, I would say that was already granted. Sorry, too late. Plaintiff Decastro offers the following response to YouTube's motion for extension of time to respond to plaintiff's forthcoming third amended complaint. In support of this response, I think he means opposition. Offers the following opposition to defense motion for extension of time to respond to plaintiff's forthcoming third amended complaint. In support of this opposition, plaintiff submits a memorandum of law, which is fully incorporated herein. A, extension of time. Plaintiff opposes an extension of time for Google or YouTube. For YouTube, why didn't he do that up here? He did it up here. So, sort of, again, 3 times. He did it 3. Oh, God. Zen. To receive an extension of time until 30 days after a third amended complaint, especially since no third amended complaint is currently planned. You can't see what I'm looking at here, but I am looking. I'm going to read this to you. You could listen and believe. Judge Allison D. Burroughs, electronic order in all caps, entered, period. Plaintiff's motion for leave to file a second amended complaint is granted and shall remain pending. And then she clarified here with the forthcoming third amended complaint. So she's saying, she just said, if I was Google's attorney, that is in fact a third amended complaint. She has clarified. So you've asked for leave to file what you called a supplemental complaint, and she called an amended complaint. And she just clarified that it was the third amended complaint. I mean, instead of playing stupid word games, you would say, number one, it's not a third amended complaint. It is a second supplement to a first amended complaint. I asked for supplements. I filed supplements. They're supplements. This is a weird passive aggressive way to argue around this. This is nonsense. The third amendment complaint is currently planned. No third amendment complaint is currently planned, and it would delay this action indefinitely. Although counsel for YouTube did call me on the phone, it was at my request to discuss how YouTube could do better with their DMCA and anti-bullying policies. I got your bullying right here. Bend over. I did not realize we were conferring to minimize motion practice, but parties were unable to find common ground nonetheless. The call was recorded. I did not realize we were conferring to minimize motion practice, but parties were unable to find common ground nonetheless. The call was recorded. That's a weird sentence. I did not realize we were conferring to minimize motion practice. And the parties were unable to find common ground. Period. Nonetheless, the call was recorded. I'm going to go with that. Plaintiff did not agree to an extension of time to answer, hence the motion, dummy. Plaintiff saw no reason that YouTube would need more than the 60 days, and none was mentioned by YouTube's counsel. You know, who am I going to believe? The counsel, who was straightforward and direct and businesslike, or Chili, who's arguing in kind of a circle around the thing that he wants to say? YouTube's counsel also didn't mention that he would be responding to a, quote, third amended complaint, end quote, and his novel interpretation of the motion practice in this action. His novel interpretation of the motion practice in this action is basically identical to mine. Instead, YouTube's counsel refused to assist me with getting my DMCA subpoenas processed or to get my DMCA notices properly looked at, but expected me still to stipulate to give them more than the 60 days already they had to answer. This isn't a you give me something, I give you something. This is a, look, you're going to file something different. So file it, and then I'll respond to that, instead of me wasting my time responding to something only to have you file a new thing that's going to completely invalidate not only my response, but the thing I responded to, and now I have to just respond again. It doesn't make sense to do what you're asking them to do. So it's not, you have to get my DMCA subpoenas. You don't even have DMCA subpoenas. The court hasn't issued any DMCA subpoenas, dude. Like, what are you high on? Jesus. I enjoyed reading the attorney's pleading. I enjoyed reading the Ironton pleading. I enjoyed reading the county's pleading from yesterday in the Wagner case. They're delightful. They flow. They make sense. You go from A to B to C to D instead of these weird loop-de-loops of he argues like a 13-year-old girl on her period. Just little snide remarks coming from the side, and you just want to reach across and slap him in the face and force feed Midol to him. In bold, I definitely did not state an intention to file a third amended complaint until after YouTube responded to my, quote, second amended complaint. We get it. So what you're trying to say is my position is that I have only filed a first amended complaint and a first supplement to my first amended complaint. My motion was to file a second supplement to my first amended complaint. I do not believe that I have filed a second amended complaint, despite the statements that the court made. I do not believe that my second supplement to my first amended complaint is a third amended complaint. In fact, like he tries to be loquacious, and it doesn't work for him because he's not smart, and he's a weak bitch who can't just say what he needs to say directly. In fact, that would have brought to the surface YouTube's novel view of the motions in this action, and I would have cleared up their mistaken interpretation, or at least argued mine. Well, they don't care about your interpretation, Chili. Your interpretation is meaningless. What matters is whose interpretation the court's going to pick up, or if the court's going to go its own way. It's only the court's interpretation that matters. I certainly do not need YouTube's response before supplementing the complaint with the additional events that have occurred since the first supplemented complaint, nor do I wish to wait 60 days to do so. Although I was surprised that the leave to file a second supplemental complaint did not include a due date, I will be working on the second supplemental complaint this week. That is a meaningless sentence. That means nothing. I will be working on the second supplemental complaint this week. What does that mean? It means nothing. It means nothing. Plaintiff's upcoming second supplemental complaint will not include any additional legal arguments, but only additional facts that make up additional copyright claims, since plaintiff's first supplemental complaint, at ECF number 79, plaintiff already has 60 days to answer or otherwise. Plaintiff's upcoming second supplemental complaint will not include any additional legal arguments, but only additional facts that make up additional copyright claims since plaintiff's first supplemental complaint. No new legal arguments, but additional claims. What you probably want to address is the fact that Google's position is that you have not made any claims against Google, nor sought any relief against Google. You probably want to address that. I'm just a first-year family law attorney, but you probably want to address that. Plaintiff already has 60 days to answer or otherwise respond, but instead wishes to completely skip this in lieu of answering a potential upcoming amended complaint. Like, restating what they've said is probably the weakest way to make the argument. Just saying. Because they said it, the Google attorney said it very strongly, concisely, succinctly, and you restating it incorrectly doesn't change what he said. There is no amended complaint coming. Well, that might not be good for you there, sunshine. You might want to rethink that. There's probably going to be an amended complaint coming. Just saying. Note the current catch-22. I cannot respond to a DMCA counter notice for the latest infringing video mentioned in ECF number 97 until after I file the second supplemental complaint containing that video. Therefore, YouTube cannot lose safe harbor protections for any videos in the second supplemental complaint until after the second supplemental complaint is filed, and then they also fail to act on the DMCA takedown notice for those videos. And honestly, like if I was Chili's attorney, and I am not, I would definitely argue that at least the second supplemental complaint that he wants to file, alleging the bad acts of Kate, the defamation and the copyright infringement for her playing his video where he doesn't know how to operate a hammer and a nail without injuring himself. That would definitely be a supplemental complaint kind of material. Clarification of supplemental complaint. Plaintiff can see how YouTube might interpret the document in the light most favorable to making plaintiff's first supplemental complaint an amended complaint that would clearly be defective. What? His sentences are so tortured. Plaintiff can see how YouTube might interpret YouTube's interpretation of the docket in the light most favorable to YouTube is defective. However, this is an unreasonable interpretation. Number one, at all times, did plaintiff request permission to file a supplemental complaint pursuant to FRCP 15D? Both times plaintiff requested permission to file a supplemental complaint pursuant to FRCP 15D. Number two, Plaintiff made it clear in his request for leave to file that the supplemental complaint included events that occurred after the first amended complaint. So he should just eliminate this part right here. And he should just start off with number 2. The supplemental complaint included events. The supplemental complaint solely included. The supplemental complaint included events. Supplemental complaint only included events that occurred after the first amended complaint was filed. How about that? 3, the plaintiff had no way of knowing that the events in the supplemental complaint would occur at the time of filing the principal complaint. I have this nagging suspicion that Chili listens to me and he doesn't entirely understand the words that come out of my mouth because he's close. He's always close, but not quite there. The plaintiff had no way of knowing that the events in the supplemental complaint would occur. Yes. Yeah. Plaintiff cannot read the future. 4, plaintiff did not plead in the alternate for amendment if the supplement was not appropriate. Okay. And 5, plaintiff titled the motions for leave to file and supplemental complaint appropriately. He didn't file the motions for leave to file supplemental complaints appropriately. He was supposed to include a copy of the supplemental complaint with his motion so the court could see it. And then he would then just file that motion. It is plaintiff's understanding that this court's orders granting leave to file the plaintiff's supplemental complaints simply use the terminology consistent with a Massachusetts district court, which is to amend by filing a supplemental complaint. However, this court has a habit of misnaming things in its orders. Ballsy. That's super ballsy. You know, court, you're kind of fucking stupid. But this court has also made it clear that the facts are more important than the naming of them. But this court has also made it clear that the facts are more important than the naming of them. So when the court is going to look to the substance of a pleading to figure out what the moving party's actually requesting. So if you title it, motion to file supplemental complaint, but what you're actually asking the court to do is file an amended complaint, the court is going to look to what the actual substance of your motion is. Not the title, the substance. But the words in an order are super important. They're, one might say, critical. Parsing the words of an order is an art form, and you have to be very technical and exact. And accusing the court of misnaming things in its orders, I mean, it is a court order. It's not what you interpret it to be. It's what the court ordered that matters. So, yeah. If the court was only allowing new claims to be added through an amendment to the complaint, plaintiff reminds the court of its right to file supplemental complaints in lieu of amending the original complaint each time. Plaintiff reminds the court of plaintiff's right. See, if you have to ask permission to do something, is it a right? One might suggest it's not. One might suggest the court has discretion to grant or deny. Not a right. Call me old-fashioned. If you ask permission and the court says no, but then you do it anyway, then it's rape. Especially given the way that the plaintiff's first amended complaint was handled. Plaintiff's intention is to avoid. What did the court do wrong with Chili's first amended complaint? Plaintiff's intention is to avoid further amending the complaint when it is not necessary to do so. Unfortunately, because of YouTube's actions after the principal complaint in this action, making it liable for a portion of the damages, well, I don't see how I could avoid adding them as a defendant. And the other defendants seem to have stipulated to YouTube being added for the same reason. No, I don't think they stipulated to it. I think they just didn't oppose it because I don't think they can oppose it. If you move to amend the complaint and add YouTube and the court grants it, then what are they going to do? File an opposition after the court's already granted it? Although YouTube's counsel continues to ask me to move my claims against YouTube separately to California, I don't see how two juries would be expected to determine proportion of liability. Well, you know that fun thing with the YouTube terms of service where you agreed to file in the Northern District, I think. Is it Northern District or Central District? One of the two. I'm going to go with the Northern District. Why not? You agreed to file in the Northern District of California, and you probably should have. Anyway, we'll see how that shakes out. They might just 12B60 from here. Maybe not. I don't know. Probably 12B6 from here. However, I would not oppose YouTube's moving of this action to a California federal court, especially since we're still pre-discovery. I bet you would like that, wouldn't you? However, YouTube hasn't asked for that, and I don't think that Kate and Josh are going to agree to it. So, that's interesting. YouTube's a California corporation. Chose a California resident. I wonder if that breaks diversity. No. That's right. We're here on a federal question. Okay, never mind. Okay, we're good. Brain fart. Sorry, my bad. Points and authorities. Courts may permit supplemental pleading, setting out any transaction, occurrence, or event that happened after the date of the pleading to be supplemented. Correct. The First Circuit recognized that courts customarily have treated requests to supplement under Rule 15d liberally. I think we've read this before. This liberality is reminiscent. Why are we talking about supplementing? This is an opposition to a motion for extension of time that's already been granted. Why are we talking about this? Why is this in his points and authorities? Okay. No factors exist that would support denial of plaintiff's motion. Plaintiff's motion? Do I have the wrong one? 107 is a motion to correct. What am I on? This is a motion? What the fuck? No, 108 is a motion. 107 is response. What am I looking at? What the fuck am I looking at? I'm lost. I'm sorry. I've only had one beer. Like this, what the fuck is going on? One of these is supposed to be a motion. Motion to correct. Did he file the same shit twice? Plaintiff also. All right, so page one's different. Something's different on page one. Hold on a second. Common ground. Nonetheless. You took out the call as recorded. California is a two-party state. Both parties have to you have to inform the other party, all the other parties, to a phone call that the call is being recorded, or else you can't record the call. I wonder if Massachusetts is a all-party state or a single-party state, because he appears to have taken out the call was recorded. What else we got? What else we got? Hold on a second. He turned this into just did not is bolded. God, what are you doing, Chili? What the fuck are you doing, bro? We're in a second supplemental complaint this week. Well, all right. So let me. I guess I'm sorry. Let me just finish this up. We'll finish the first one up, and then I'll try to figure out what the hell is going on with the first one and the second one. We were talking about plaintiffs. No factors exists that would support denial of plaintiff's motion, and then all the federal courts, blah blah blah. Anyway, so he offers no points and authorities to deny the motion for extension of time. Okay. Conclusion. Plaintiff prays the court will clarify its supplemental complaint that plaintiff prays that the court will clarify its supplemental complaint as being a supplemental complaint, since it is that and the facts show it. Plaintiff prays that YouTube be required to show just cause why it should be allowed to delay in answering the complaint against it before plaintiff is required to prove that it would be prejudicial. They did. They showed what they needed to show. And so you don't have to show anything. The court already granted it. And then it's declared under penalty of perjury. All right. Now, all right. I probably lost everybody. Get to the conclusion where I'm not there yet. Hold on. All right. So I'm going to stop sharing that screen. And I'm going to present share screen, and we're looking at correct a different version. Correct. Where's the different version? It says correction. There we go. Share. All right. So this is the new and improved motion. Whoop, that didn't work. The new and improved motion. And really? You don't like it that much? What the problem is? All right. So I'm just gonna skim it a little bit. Hold on a second. Let me scroll this up. What page are we on here? We are on end of page 2. Sorry, I'm on the end of page 2. There's no second minute. So this was bolded, and it's not. The catch 22. Safe harbor protections. Any videos. The second supplemental complaint fails affected. Well, okay. Clarification of supplemental complaint. 2 is a it that the 4 and appropriately plaintiffs with however also 81 the of first the after C, and then we have stipulated me would YouTube's pre-discovery or and then this is just copy pasted, and then conclusion. All right, looks like we changed the conclusion. Okay. All right. So this is the same, but this is different. Plaintiff prays that YouTube be required to show just cause as to why it should be allowed to delay in answering the complaint against it before plaintiff is required to prove that it would be prejudicial. In the alternative, to deny YouTube's motion for extension of time, or in the alternative, to stay any extension of time granted before this response can be filed. That's not a motion, dude. That's not a motion. But okay. All right. Anyway, let's see if anybody has. Stop sharing. All right. Let's see if there's anyone up here. We're going to go through these. All right. Somewhere up in here. Somewhere up in here. All right. And then, yes, I am 2 YouTubes. How do you always manage to be late? I don't know. Use better birth control. Oh, wait, he's suing Google. His lead attorney is probably Bing it. All right. I think Chili will one day be responsible for Murr blowing his pop-off valve, probably. Seems Witch needs a watch. Diamond Witch, hit the notification bell. Hit that thumbs up. Doesn't really matter. I'm not monetized. Didn't he ask to submit an amended complaint? He asked to submit a supplemental complaint. He did ask for that. You catching this, D. Nutella? It's patently, clearly obvious that Chili listens to Murr. It is. He just doesn't understand it. Chili does listen, but only to point and laugh at something he doesn't understand. Probably does a lot of that. I don't think he points and laughs at me that much. I think he understands that I know what I'm talking about. No more catchphrases. Catchphrase. Well, of course, everyone listens to Murr, but I doubt that. Blame the court. That always works out well. Yeah, insult the person who's going to actually decide. That's perfect. That's perfect. Just always, every time. It's patently obvious that Chili isn't smart enough to understand what Merp says. Oh, yeah, I mean, sorry. Good John Chili. Good John Chili. Keep on insulting the court. Good John Chili. Merb, I assume that with that majestic beard, you are also moonlighting as a wizard. Actually, I am going to join an Amish community. This is going to be my Amish beard. I do insult the people who decide my fate. That's perfectly appropriate. Stop simping, Madison. Yep. Yes, it's the pro se litigant who has the terminology right, not the federal judge. Yeah, I mean, you would think, but he's on the top of the of Mount. What is that? Dunning-Kruger, top of Mount Stupid or something like that. Because insulting the court is going to get you far. Exactly. Chili was extremely high when he wrote this. I think somebody was saying he used like some chat program, some text generating program. GD told me to say that. You would simp for GD. It's my first time. I am starstruck. Of course you are. It's patently obvious that Chili struggles to understand C-spot run. Yes, indeed. Chili makes the rules. He's got 20 years of scholarship, and he has to be smarter than a female judge. I mean, he says it, so it must be true. Isn't he high? Or when isn't he high? There you go. What pants? Exactly. Pants are for the weak. When do they go back to court? Yes, when do they do? I like to keep people on their toes. I'll bet you do. I love this group. Murbites is it? I disavow all of you. Burb, checklist, drinking. Why new legal terms? Head spinning? Why pants? Exactly. Why pants? Allison, did Nutella give you permission to do that? That's a great question. Merb with 6.15K subs has more live viewers than Small D with 60K subs. I don't monetize my channel, so I don't purchase subs. So that's probably the big reason why. You can't blame Chili for not getting the words right in order. Maybe he just smoked a bowl. Smoke a bowl! Oh, crap. Did we all hit that like button? I really don't care if you do or don't. I mean, it doesn't matter to me. He's insane. A line or a bowl? Why not both? Why not both? Lisa, you have to narrow that down. Lol. I don't get the lol. Lol. Good point. Don't get it. Chili even has to school the jury. Chili knows best. Does he really want to lose in Cali? I think he does. Didn't he file against someone today? Lackluster? Didn't he file against Lackluster today? That's going to work out well. I want to do one at a time. I'm only going to do one at a time. I've got like 3 going. Let's do another. I mean, what's one more? It can't hurt. Oh, I'm sorry. U2 doesn't have an arbitration clause to boot this out of court anyway. I don't know. I don't even think, like, honestly, arbitration sucks. I mean, it sucks balls. It's like court, just without all the fun of going to court. Um, you still have the rules of evidence. You still have like discovery. You still have all that bullshit. Arbitration sounded good on paper, like, oh, we're going to streamline the process so people can get stuff done faster and better and easier, and it's dookie-tastic. Maybe Chile would like to move the case to Alaska. He has friends up there. He doesn't have friends. So I wonder when this whole lawsuit gets tossed. Toss my salad. The correct answer to that, everybody always wonders that. The correct answer to that is when someone does a fucking 12b6 motion. The court's not going to toss it on its own. Somebody somewhere has to get their ball sack up and actually prepare and file a 12b6 or a 12b5 or a 12b something. If they don't do that, then it's going to proceed on to discovery. After discovery, maybe there might be a motion for judgment on pleadings or something like that, but it's up to the parties to terminate the case. The judge isn't going to do it on her own. He claims to have friends there. I doubt he has friends. I do too. It's because he doesn't know what he's doing. Chili loves to waste his time. He doesn't have anything else to do. You win. Every time I come across the word clearly in my head, I hear you screaming clearly. Exactly. The word should make you recoil because it's terrible writing. It's terrible writing. Clearly, it's terrible writing. I think Alaskans would eat them alive. Ha ha ha. I don't think Alaskans are cannibals, but maybe. I don't know. Because he's a dumbass. Or no, it's actually because he's a dumbass. Because. Pay attention, Merb. Chili has to prove that as a pro se litigant, he gets to make all the rules, including what things are called and how things are done. That is true. He burnt all his bridges in Alaska as well, I'm sure. I'm sure he surfed those couches to death. Chili is in some weird Back to the Future dimension. I know. Who doesn't oppose a motion that's already been granted? It's like pulling out after you've already come. It makes sense. Chili doesn't have friends. He only has moderators. And people he's grifting off of, older men. Copyright claims are not contractual claims, so you don't have to have a contract to include an arbitration clause in. True. 108 is identical to 107 except for typos and little corrections. 108 corrects 107. I see that it's called correction, but it's filed as a motion to correct. So hence me being a little misled by him filing it as a motion. It's my fault. I'm dumb. Need more booze before you understand Chile. I've only had the one beer, so I'm a bit of a lightweight. I apologize. Although it is a strong beer, it's delicious. Merb, you should have kept reading. It's all to set up his claim that the judge should be nice to him because he's pro se and not a Google attorney. Yes. You go, Pants. You go, girl. Probably. Get one of the dogs. Maybe they know what's going on. I'm sure they do. We have a mountain lion somewhere around here, so I'm actually paying attention to the dogs. Pants. By removing his admission of wiretapping Google's lawyer. I don't know the prosecutor is going to chase after him over that. It'd be a state crime, and I don't think anybody's going after that. He changed little things. Poquito chilies. He took out the recording statement. Found that. He filed it twice with one change. Wrong. Love this, Merb. Thanks for translating. You're welcome. Greetings and salutations, Merb. Greetings to you. He took out the phone call was recorded. It's really weird. Even in live chat, I get the same thing over and over and over again. People really want me to know that he took out that the phone call was recorded. It doesn't really matter that much, folks. He's not going to jail over it. Yep. He didn't respond to Google, but only to Kate and Josh. Lol, this is pure legal comedy, not porn. I mean, if you can see me from the waist down. Yep, why did he do that? Bingo! So is Mass. He unbolted a bunch of things and changed the conclusion slightly. Bingo, Merb! We've been playing bingo. 107 doesn't exist anymore in Chili's head. Lots of things don't exist in his head. Two-party. His correction was to ask for a stay after he realized the judge had already ruled against him. He incriminated himself. No one's gonna go after him on that. MA is all party. Mass is all party all the time. All party. Woo! It's party. It's a party up in this bitch. Mass is all party. Woo! His voice makes my eyes twitch. I'm glad. I'll make your legs twitch later. Some of Nutella's minions are here. Good. Mass is a two-party state. No, the conclusion has changed. To ask for a stay, Merb. I got there. By the way, I don't read these. Well, I have one monitor. This is a laptop. It's a laptop. I don't have one screen going. Merb, is there any chance both Chili and Abrams lose the suit? Yes, because they have competing claims, they could both lose the suit. Massachusetts, all party, so maybe he got skirt. Hi, Pants. Hi, Michelle. Hi, Paul. No, Chili's claims are shit, both against Kate and Josh. And Kate and Josh's claims are also shit against Chili. The attorney is in NYC. Ha ha, PA is two-party consent too, and they enforce it. Word salad denied. Well, you're not the judge. Next. One party, two party doesn't matter. As soon as it crossed state lines, it became federal wiretapping. Wrong, because the federal statute is at least one party to the call has to consent. One party, federal, one. Solamente. Inspect what you expect. Stop trying to make sense of Chili logic. You will kill yourself. He's such an idiot, he can't help himself. Yes, I am. Damn it, Merb. Lol. Get to the conclusion, where Chili asked the judge for a stay of her order because she ruled for Google and against Chili. You know what? It takes me a while to read it. I told you I hadn't read it ahead of time. Okay? Are we okay? Calm down. He fucked and said he recorded the call. Wet fart, itchy balls. You're on, my man. You're right there, buddy. You steel trap. The lawyer who filed is in Boston, MA. Hello, Holly Weir. Wonder if Chili knows you can use Adobe Acrobat to compare documents and it will tell you exactly where the differences are. I didn't know that, and I'm not going to pay for Adobe Acrobat. How about them apples? Would love to see an order to extend to the extent the court can find any meaning in the word salad, it finds no merit therein, denied. Those do exist, but they don't really say it quite that dickishly. I mean, I say it that dickishly, but the court wouldn't. Hello, DS. Chili's only claim against Google is that their TOS doesn't meet copyright law. I'm sure they do. I don't think he has actually stated specifically a claim against them yet, so I don't know. I mean, he said a lot of things, but he hasn't put anything on paper yet, so I don't know. Thanks for the correction. I must dox you now. Seriously, thanks. You're welcome. Now go to 107. The correction where Chili changes the last line to ask for a stay. I get it, Laura. I get it. I get it. I get it. I'm here. So am I. Smiley face. No sharing. Chili's claim is that Google has no idea what they're doing. When do the go back to court? Yes. Still have 440 watching. You guys need better hobbies. Someone is bored. Yes. Ah, the talking dog. Like button, please. I'm a top. Thank you. Ah, wee. Doggo has the right idea. Indeed. About 3 times as many watching as Chili. You guys need hobbies? Good doggo. Doggies. Your dog doesn't like Chili either. Hit the button. Who's a good boy? You're a good boy. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Dog stopped snoring when he heard that. Dog has better legal acumen than Chili. That dog knows Chili. Doggy is Chili's standby counsel. Motion to recognize the good boy. Granted. Hey, everybody, hit that button. Motion take me for a walk. It's probably, we're getting there. Bobby Law and Dr. Law object. They want daddy. They know who daddy is. I can walk you, Paul. Get a room. If you have the full version of Adobe, there is a compare tool that will highlight the new text and formatting difference between similar PDFs. I don't. Technically at work I do. I'd stipulate to Mervs would. Hit me up. Doggo wants the Chili nonsense to stop. I'm listening at the beginning, so this is out of context, but OneDrive is better than Dropbox and Google Drive. Okay. I would need to verify pants. I'm not going to verify. Oh, pants, not my pants, the guy pants. Okay. Oh, interesting. Chili took down his live stream from earlier. Anyone know why? Threatened the judge again? Verify Merbs would. You got to buy me dinner first. How many lawsuits has Chili's filed on people just for hurting his feelings? All of them. Now, how many lawsuits has he helped others file as he's promised? Like 3, I think. Like 3 or 4, maybe. How many of those have been successful? Okay. What? Opposition to motion to supplement my amendment to amend my supplement to my motion. Denied. The clerk considered it as a motion to correct. I think so. Chili actually did that. Chili has ECF. He actually filed that. So that's Chili picked the name. So yeah. Yes, make sure he's not using a filter. I am definitely not using a filter. Has Cholito stopped calling the judge names and calling it a huge conspiracy against him? Google's what college she went to, listed who her next door neighbor is. Talk Abbott Chili, you get a lawsuit, Merb. Well, please give me a lawsuit. Not a motion, but a tasty word salad. Needed more dressing. It's kind of dry. Chili's motions are mute. It's MOOT, by the way, for moot. Because the extension of time has already been granted. Yes, indeed. Madison Merb's skin looks good. I think he is using a filter. Thank you. Read off your super G strings now. I'll get to those at the end. Got to save the super G string chats for the end. The call was recorded is a threat. No, it's not. I'm glad Chili's motion was written by a 20-year law scholar. I know it shows. Oh, moot. Ah, you caught it. Good. Moot or moot. Yeah, got it. What's the difference between 107 and 108? Nothing. Nothing of import. Michelle, happy face, happy face, happy face. Yes, thanks for the correction. Oh, snap. Google lawyers in Massachusetts. I keep hearing a small child in the background on Chili streams. People will do anything for free babysitting. Chili will do anything for money to buy weed. Good way to remember. It's like a cow's opinion. Moot. It doesn't matter. There you go. I love that he still thinks Google/YouTube gives a flying fuck about Chili Decastro's right over his videos while using their platform. Yeah, I don't think they give a crap. Everybody's like, why are they letting him stay on the platform? Whatever. Like, they don't care, dude. Like, they don't care. You know, they have a budget for lawsuits and things like that, and they don't care. Oh, you filed a lawsuit against us? Whatever. We don't care. LMFAO, there you go. But he'll have a jury of 12 First Amendment auditors. No, he won't. Hey, sexy guy, I caught your stream. Back at you. Chili doesn't understand that Merb is actually trying to help him not fuck up. He thinks everyone that disagrees with him is a troll. I mean, Chili's already in a fucked up situation. His lawsuit's shit, and he's going to lose it. I am just telling him the things that he's doing wrong while he's losing his lawsuit. Because you could lose it with grace, or you could just go down like a flaming airplane. Chile admitted to wiretapping in a thickened court filing. You guys let it go. I mean, nobody's going to prosecute it. Let it go. Be like Elsa from Frozen. Thank you. Mustache has to go in the Amish community. I know. I'm a rebel. And yeah, I shave right there. It's like the reverse Hitler right there. Shaved. Styling. I still want to know why he deleted his stream from earlier. Ask him. I don't know. I have no insight into Chili's psyche. Oh, shit. I'm riding that face sweater and I finally caught back up. Thought you had a stroke. You want to ride my face sweater? Mass's wiretap law is an odd state right now, so it's not clear if it's enforceable currently or not. It's not going to go nowhere. Amish is a tad far from wizard for sure. Indeed it is. Could Google lawyer try to use that motion to pull back the approval? Could Google lawyer try to use that motion to pull back the approval amendment? I know what every single one of those words mean. And I don't know what you're saying. So good luck. Hope you find someone who can answer that for you. 108 is almost identical to 107 with just some minor changes. I think the clerk entered it as a motion to correct because Chili just submitted the modified version. I think Chili entered it as a motion to correct. The dog hates Chili. The dog thinks Chili's delicious. Chili was up all night sending conspiracy theories on Twitter and doing drugs. Thanks, Pants Chat GPT. That's the one. Someone was showing me like that it could do pretty like almost make sense kind of legal briefs. Merbets. Sounds like a terrible disease. You should get that checked out. Lol. Are you just reading everything? You 34th Street face sweater, sexy cock stain, bending Chili over backwards? Yes. He put it on his Delete Law Z Clips channel. Yes, that's totally his channel. It's not somebody else's, just like News Now Community was Earl's channel. Your attempts to translate gibberish to English is awesome. Thank you. Random and off subject, but you have to see Zoom Court with Daniel if you haven't already. Have to? That's strong language. I am going to object to the use of have to. He filed against Lackluster. Anyone he disagrees with. Every honor. Hello, Mercedes. I really want to meet Cece. All of a sudden, I want to meet Cece too, and I don't even know who that is. How many years have you been a first-year family law attorney? All of them. Can this court start charging Chili money for filing this BS? Technically, yes, they could sanction him if they found it to be frivolous, but no. How was your holiday, GD? There are 2 pending motions to dismiss. Yes, but he has to file his supplemental and or third amended complaint first. Behold the wizard. Beware his power, his unspeakable power. I'd like to file a 12B vitamin. Get your B6. Chili con carne. Blushing, laughing, smiling thingy. Why haven't 95 and 96 been ruled on yet? They're Kate and Josh's motions to dismiss. They were. So let's look at these. I need to do the funny thingy with the present, share screen, and we're going to do this, share, and defendants' motions shall remain pending, and defendants need not refile their motions unless ordered to do so by the court. So their motions are pending. So Chili gets to file his supplemental motion, and then the defendants, if they need to, they can supplement their motions to dismiss. But if their motions to dismiss are still good, then they don't even have to do anything. And then the court will rule on the motions to dismiss as if they were filed against the supplemented complaint. And there you go. So that's how little faith the court has in Chili. Laughy faces. Just so you know, adjust glasses with thumb and forefinger. And that's a Chiliism because I don't wear glasses. Do the defendants have a chance to have him declared a vexatious litigant? No. Bots are his friends too. And Charlie's his friend. Ha ha ha. Merb. That was so funny. Pull out after you already come. Makes logical sense. I need a sugar daddy too, Merb. If you ever get rich, if you ever get rich, I need a sugar mommy. Do I have to spell Lecky Achelito Fawn for you to notice me, Merbeast? No. I've been watching this channel too much. I had a dream that Metb hosted a party for his viewer called Psychedelic Celebration with Merb. 107 doesn't respond to Google, only Abrams, but 108 kind of vaguely does. Chili is dumber than a drunk 11-year-old. You know what? You shouldn't say shit like that about 11-year-olds. They're not that bad. Please read this comment in that voice. In what voice? Would love to see motion denied. You know, sometimes people in your chat are just chatting with each other, not necessarily saying anything to you, Daddy. And sometimes they are. I record our sexual interactions. Good. Put them up on Pornhub. What Pants said. Rawr. Lol. Merb is enjoying this way too much. We need to take him down about 20 pegs. Take me down. Read it. If Chili stopped talking for 5 minutes, he would be lost in all the empty space in his head. Did you know you could just put DR and or PhD in your name? Nobody verifies. It's true. The new attorney is in Boston. Clearly. Do they have a lawyer? Great party in my hometown. Vegas, baby. The FBI is investigating Chili. No, they're not. Yas sit tmeok strawquab tmomek sick yas. The FBI is investigating all of this. Who's dumber, Chili or his followees? It is clearly and patently obvious to me that Merb has gone to his happy place. Or clearly even. Oh, the first one was Cleary. You caught it right. Wait, so if the feds tap my phone and both me and my drug dealer don't consent to it being recorded, is it fruit of the poisonous tree? I don't know. Do they have a warrant? Martini number 2. Oh, pass him around, son. Yeah, he's a little slap happy, but it's funny as hell. Well, thank you. No thanks. Oh, poop. Super necessary human with that suit would have been able to file a proper lawsuit. Do you still think he has that suit in his closet? It was probably repossessed. Merb is punchy tonight. Only for my penis. Don't judge me for what I master boots to. I would never. Please represent Chili. It's 3:15 here in the UK. You should go to bed. His only fans are electric. I get it. I see what you did there. Finally caught alive. Well, I hate to disappoint you. Unlurking, ciao for now. Have a good night. The dog is a ventriloquist, laughing. As an alpha male, I approve of this live stream and Merb's mustache. You're so hot. Thank you. You're hot too, boy. Hey there, found one of your live streams. So did I. Did we just venture into Son of Sam territory? X as was. Okay. Hey, everyone. He changed the time from 60 days to 30 days. Otherwise, they're exactly the same. Never go full delete lols. Frozen. Merb can't help Chili win his lawsuit. You can't polish a turd. 04X+1. He went on to his backup channel. Chili will give the dog gas. Is he under investigation? No. I heard Chili has some bigger issues. What kind of fish do you keep? How many aquariums? The aquatic kind? And hold on a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 set up right now. Okay, highly encourage for a laugh. Can we file a class action lawsuit against? Yes. Over 400 watching. Let's get some likes. Why? I'm the Wiz. Chili making us dumber. Okay, I recommend we hit the dislike button. Merb gets off on dislikes more than likes. Has no one noticed Merb kindly criticizing you for spelling and punctuation? 20 pegs. That's a lot of pegging. You're all out of pocket. Chat is way horny today. I'm sorry you're so early. I can't help it. I get excited. Federal booty inspectors, pants. That is quite a bunch of pegging. Yep. That's such horseshit. If one of three parties motioned to dismiss, could it be granted? And what would happen? Would they just get dropped and the other two continue? Probably. They would only be motioning to dismiss themselves, 12b6. And so yeah, it would just be them. Give Papa a proper cup of coffee in a copper coffee cup. Give Papa a cup of proper coffee in a ooh, that's a tough one. Give Papa a cup of proper coffee in a copper coffee cup. Phew. Does no pants include no boxers or briefs? Au natural, baby. There's a slight stain on the couch. Got it. If you must cross a course, cross cow across a crowded cow crossing. Cross the course cow across the crowded cow crossing carefully. Copper coffee cups are proper for coffee in a coffee cup of copper. Not too much fun washing, you cheeky git. I won't punch your penis, but I will work from the from the middle out. My man. Sounds like me counting my fish tanks. Had 10 with about 300 fish. Down to 4 with only 20 fish now. Sigh of relief. Wait, what? Shave, please. My balls are. Oh, baby, I like it raw. Yeah, baby, I like it raw. Ooh, baby, I like it raw. Yeah, baby, I like it raw. Shimmy, shimmy, ya. Shimmy, yam, shimmy, yay. I can't believe I sat here and listened to you read comments. What a Saturday. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.